Well, what is up, ladies and gents? Hopefully you're all having a good day. So I thought I would do a short, do a little video this afternoon, talking about a video, in connections to a video I did yesterday. I wanted to talk more about that. So yesterday I was talking about why I have a problem with parents putting their kids out there online, why I call parents out for this. I guess what it is, all people are doing. So the problem with a lot of these family vloggers is they do think it's perfectly safe to be putting their kids out there all over the internet. And all anybody, I myself, as well as a lot of other people are trying to do, is we're trying to warn them, we're trying to, explain to them that and make them realise that actually it's not quite as safe as they might think it is. Hang on, actually, hold on a minute, it's not quite that safe. It's not really, that safe for them to be putting their kids out there all over the internet, because I know they think it is. And that is a big problem these days, is that these parents think it is perfectly safe to be putting their kids all over the internet. But they need to be taught a valuable lesson that maybe it actually isn't. Because I think we all know it's not really that safe for them to be putting their kids all over the internet, and I think, you gotta make that point. And sometimes it's a point that, has to be made. Whether, I don't have other people that agree with that or not. I don't care whether people think that we're being too harsh by saying that it's not safe for these parents to be putting their kids all over the internet and all that. Because at the end of the day, it isn't. And I think anybody with an ounce of common sense knows that it isn't safe to be putting your kids all over the internet. And I know for a fact that if I was a parent, it's not something that I would feel comfortable doing, because, purely because I know that it's not safe, and you got to think about the fact that there are so many creeps and child predators and whatnot out there on the internet. And this is what a lot of these parents don't care about, is the fact that it could be, creeps and child predators watching their kids on the internet practically every single day. They're putting their kids out there on the internet. That's one of the things they need to start thinking about, is the fact that they get thousands upon thousands of people watching their videos every day. Any one of those thousands of people who are watching their kids on the internet could in fact be a child predator or a paedophile who has dodgy intentions, and is watching it kids, watching it hit the devlots, for nefarious, for let's just say unspeakable reasons. But I think you'll know what I probably mean by that. When I say unspeakable reasons, you'll probably know what I'm actually referring to there. I guess, you've got to look at it from a certain perspective. Oh dear. Bless me. I mean, to be honest, I just look at it and I think, is it really safe for these parents to be putting their kids all over the internet? Probably not. But, obviously that's not meant in a negative way, but unfortunately some people do have that habit of taking it in a way that it's not always meant. But I think you've got to look at it from a certain perspective. There could be, but there are so many dodgy human beings out there on the internet these days with extremely dodgy intentions. And, all myself or anybody else is trying to do is warn these parents about the fact that they could be exposing their kids to all sorts of, creeps and child predators on the internet, because that's the thing. It's and I said this in the video I put out yesterday. I said, they can't really say, well, there isn't creeps or child predators watching videos of their kids, because they don't necessarily know that. They don't necessarily know for sure. It can't be 100% certain that there isn't any creeps or child predators watching videos of their kids. I think we all know there's a good chance there is, and we're trying to warn parents of that. You know, nobody deserves to be called a troll or anything like that for trying to warn these parents that it's not really that safe for them to be putting their kids all over the internet, because, you know, I mean, safety is a big part of this, you know. And you think about what, you know, some of the things these parents show in their vlogs. You know, they have no shame about what they're willing to show in their vlogs. They're willing to show anything. You know, they just don't care about the dangers it poses towards the safety of their kids and sort of, you know, audience, you know, and what they, you know, certain things that expose them to, you know. I mean, I was thinking about, I was looking at this, you know, back at some of my previous videos about the Honey Jolies, and I was thinking about them the other day, and I was thinking, wow, like, people know so much about the Honey Jolie kids, and they probably know a lot of stuff about the kids that they shouldn't really know, that they probably shouldn't necessarily really know, and that's all down to what Jonathan and Anna have chosen to share online, because they've chosen to share a lot of stuff online that they should never have shared online. You know, they've definitely, you know, I can say, I think, you know, that's one thing to be said without a doubt, is that they've shared a lot of stuff online that probably should have been kept private, to be fairly honest. And I think a lot of family vloggers in a way are guilty of that. You know, I think a lot of family vloggers are guilty of sharing things online that probably should have been kept private rather than blasted, or, you know, rather than put out there on the internet for public consumption. You know, the problem with a lot of these family vloggers is they couldn't be making it more obvious that they care more about making money, and that making money is their number one priority. As you can see that with a lot of them, you can tell that with, you know, with a lot of these family vloggers, that making money is their number one priority, and they don't care about anything else. You know, they don't care about protecting their kids as much as they should. You know, and this is why I do a lot of what I do, because I'm trying to say, well, you know, actually it's not quite as safe for these parents to be putting their kids out there online as they might think it is. You know, that's all anyone is trying to do, is just warn you that, is just warn these parents that actually it's not as safe for them to be putting their kids out there all over social media as they might think it is. You know, I know they think it's, you know, 100% safe, you know, to be putting their kids all over the internet, but we're trying to show them, we're trying to, you know, make it clear to them that it's not quite as safe as they think it is. You know, but the problem with a lot of these family vloggers is there's no getting through to them. You know, there's no point trying to warn them about the dangers that they're exposing it. So, I mean, I think they're probably fully aware of the dangers they're exposing it kids to, but they just don't really give a shit, to be fairly honest. They could not give a shit at all. And I think that is why, you know, as I mean, I pull family vloggers out a lot because of what they share online and what they show in their vlogs. You know, filming their kids in swimwear and things like that, and, like, just not being careful, to be fairly honest. And you know, it's like when I posted comments on vlogs where parents have shown their kids in swimwear, and I said, look, you shouldn't be filming your kids in swimwear, you know, you know, as that would potentially make them a target for child predators or paedophiles on the internet. And I mean, that's not wrong, because it could do, you know. And I think we all know that child predators and paedophiles do love footage of their kids in swimwear, do love footage of kids in swimwear. You know, that's one of the things that really gets, you know, that really grabs a child predator's attention if they see something like that. You know, you're not exactly going to turn that down, are they? You know, it's mad to think about, but, you know, it has to be said. You know, it's about time someone said this. It's about time someone made this clear. All any of us are trying to do is warn these family vloggers and try to make it clear that it's not actually that safe for them to be putting it out there all over the internet. And we're trying to show them why it's not safe. You know, because we all know it's not that safe. We all know it's not that these public social media platforms are not that safe. You know, for them, and it's not really a good idea for them to be putting it all over the internet. But obviously they see nothing wrong with it because of course they're making money from that. It's like, why would they see anything wrong with it when they're making money from it? That's the problem. You know, it's of course they're not gonna. You know, it's like they're not gonna see something wrong with that when they're making money with basically making money from doing that. You know, and this is the sad thing about a lot of these family vloggers is that that their priority is making money. Their priority isn't protecting it. It's from child predators on the internet. Their priority is their number one priority is making money, and that it always has been, always will be. You know, it's very clear, as I said before, it's very clear to see with a lot of these family vloggers that they've only ever cared about making money. You know, that's the only thing they've ever been interested in. It's the only thing they've ever cared about. They will never care about anything else. That stands to reason. You know. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Well, I would give my thoughts on that. And yeah, I'll see you probably for another video tomorrow. I'm not done. Once I get fully over my cold, as I have still got a bit of a cold, and I'm still coughing a little bit, I'm still sneezing quite a bit. Once I get fully over my cold, I'll start to put more videos out. I'm getting there slowly but surely. It's taking, cough is the thing that's lingering. Like, most of the symptoms I've had, like the headache and the sore throat, they've gone. Pretty much. But I still have a bit of a bad cough and also hard to stop sneezing at the moment. So I will hopefully be back. There probably will be another video tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. But I'll see you then. Hopefully, I'll see you then. And enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye bye.